Oh yeah, what's going on, fam? It's your man VACAY-J, and yes, I'm back with another video. This is for Bel-Air, Season 2, Episode 3, the recap. Will is definitely revolting, and yeah, Hillary got some stuff on her hands. Listen, if you're finding me for the first time, definitely hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, and we're gonna break down this episode right here, family. So the coach of the basketball team is talking to Will, and they're all about moving forward. They think that Will is a ball hog and he's all about himself and he's not about the team. Will does apologize and say, hey, listen, I'm down for the team. Let's make it happen. And he promises to work with the team and not be a ball hog or whatever. He just wants the W. He wants the championship. And they have an opportunity to go to the playoffs and go to the championship. So he's all about making it happen. But Will is going to do whatever he wants to do in order to win. So he's looking at the trophy case and everything. And who shows up? Your girl Lisa shows up in the reflection, checking on him, see how he's doing. And, she definitely wanted to come over to help with this whole Black Teachers Matter movement. And she's like, is that okay? And he's like, yeah, of course it's okay, So she's letting him know she's looking forward to him playing and getting the championship, and the trophy's going to be bigger. And he's like, yeah, it's going to be way bigger. It's going to look good as I'm holding it over my head, right? So she's laughing or whatever, kikiing it with him. And he likes that because, most people would think that he's arrogant or whatever, but she does notice that he is a little bit more arrogant than lately. So she's checking on him. So here we go. Carlton is talking to the Black Student Union teacher advisor, right? And he's like, listen, I don't know what's going on. What should we do? And she's telling him to get them to stop the walkout because there's a lot riding on the line. He finds out that she is trying to get into a leadership position and he's trying to do things as well. But here comes Will as the student advisor is advising Carlton to get them to stop doing the walkout. So, Carlton has his concerns or whatever, but Will is like, listen, man, you just got your black card. You were the one coming up with this idea and we're going to move forward. Ashley's feeling bad because she feels like, Miss Hughes lost her job because of her, but she really didn't lose her job because of her. Miss Hughes lost her job because there was a curriculum in place and Miss Hughes was giving out extra books to Ashley and that little girl ratted on her. So they're letting her know, listen, that's not your fault that, Miss Hughes got fired. Don't even take it on like that. And as we're doing this, revolution against the system, they're going to know and feel bad about what they did to Miss Hughes. And they're just trying to encourage her to keep her head up because, she does feel bad and feels like it's all her fault. But it's not your fault at all, So she's like, well, what if it doesn't work? And they're just like, keep the hope. So here we go. All the kids come over to the mansion and they're doing signs and they're making phone calls to the other organizations to see if any other students want to participate in this movement of Black Teachers Matters, right? So, of course, Carlton is kind of leading the way. And, the president, she just thanks everybody for coming through with this movement. And, they definitely are on board to make this statement, right? Black Student Union, they want to make this statement. And yeah, Carlton is definitely feeling the president of this Black Student Union. So Carlton is on his phone or whatever, trying to make phone calls. He's like, yo, man. Will is like, yo, get over there and talk to the Black Student Union president, man. She's feeling you, man. So here we go with Uncle Phil. He's like, listen, I need to talk to you, Will. So they go in the office. He's asking Will to just look after Carlton because Carlton is weaning off of his anxiety pills. And they just want to make sure that Carlton is all right. Anything irregular to let them know because they're trying to monitor Carlton as he is trying to get through this and live his life. At the same time, he's not really feeling that Uncle Phil is not feeling Dr. Recruiter, and it's not a good time for Doc to be in his life right now. Meanwhile, back inside, Carlton is definitely thinking about the movement and what's going to happen. And they're talking and they're trying to make sure that everybody's on board. And Carlton's just really thinking about making sure that everything is good. So they want to go talk. She wants to go talk to him. So they want to go in private and talk. Ah, yeah. So Lisa is talking to this guy, Drew, and kind of find out that Drew and his parents over the summer went to Ohio to protest, everything for George Floyd. So she's like, oh, really? So she's kind of impressed that he would do that, even though he has track and everything. And he says he's making time for things that are important. He's been trying to flirt with Lisa for the longest time. Will and his boy is like, hey, man, I see, Drew is trying again, man. She was messing with Carlton and messing with you. I mean, Drew may have a chance. So Will goes over there And you see your boy Will is definitely cock blocking. He's like, hey, your name is James, right? He's like, that's close enough. Drew is my name. He's like, yeah. So you guys, we're still doing the signs and everything. And Will is just trying to cock block Lisa. Even though he's like, yeah, we should take a break, he still is feeling her. So she's like, yeah, well, we're going to do some signs. Do you want to join us? And he's like, join us? Nah, I'm not going to step in the way. I don't want to be in the way of things. But of course he does. So yeah, you see what's going on here. Will is cock blocking this guy, Drew. And yeah, he's like, all right, man, we're going to get this thing going. You do your thing. Your boy Will is still feeling Lisa, but listen, man, you the one that broke it off, bro. Your man Jeffrey's like, listen, Mrs. Hughes is actually here, to our surprise. Everybody's surprised that she's actually showing up at the house unannounced, right? So she comes through and she's just thanking everybody for putting their efforts in to help her get a job back and definitely fix the system. It really wasn't her fault, even though she wasn't following the curriculum. She was just giving extra books and extra information. And they was hating on Mrs. Hughes. So the system has to change and they're going to do everything in their power. So she just wanted to thank everybody. And yeah, it's good to see little Ashley now, grown up Ashley, working with small Ashley on Bel-Air. So, everybody's clapping. But of course, Aunt Viv and them are like, we need to find out the truth. The truth is that, yeah, there is a curriculum in place and they've been looking at it and warning her for quite some time about going outside of the curriculum. Therefore, yeah, they're looking to have the system change. So Carlton and the president of the student union, Black Student Union, they're talking, they're chatting and all of this and that. And she's really impressed by him really pulling things together and everything. And yeah, they're about to get their little kiss on, but who steps in the door? Boom. Hillary steps in the door like, hey, oh, my bad. I'm sorry about that. Just wanted to let you know that, our parents want to see you. You know what I'm saying? He's like, okay, all right, thanks. He's like, yeah, just carry on like I wasn't here, So she just totally interrupted your boy finally getting a little kiss from, the president of the Black Student Union. And yeah, she's like, to be continued. He's like, yeah, to be continued. So we're going to see what happens with this and see where it goes with Carlton, man. Yeah, go ahead, bro. Do your thing. So we see the parents talking to the kids and they're like, listen, I understand this is all about getting her job back, but, there's a lot of details that we didn't know, but we just found out. It's deeper than just her job. It's bigger than that. And, Carlton's like, yeah, it is bigger than that. It's like a whole systemic thing that needs to change. Meanwhile, the Black Student Union president looking impressed again at your boy Carlton with the googly eyes. And yeah, he's just doing this thing. It's like, yeah, we need to change the system in order to make sure that we have more and better quality material. So here we go. Will is like, yeah, you and Shorty, y'all dipped off. Y'all was doing having some protest sex and all this and that. So Ashley comes out and she's like, hey, I can't go. Just got an email. They said anybody that protests in the middle school is going to be expelled. So, they can't have that. They can't have Ashley expelled or nothing like that. So she feels bad because she can't really, participate. But Carlton's like, you know what? Don't worry about it. We're going to hang this sign right outside so you can see it from your classroom window. So she's excited about that. And she's happy that Carlton is definitely taking this serious. And even though she can't really participate, she definitely wants to support them morally and support them on all levels. So, your boy Will is like, yeah, is he really going to do it? We shall see. So now at the Black Student Union, they're talking about getting things together and actually doing the walkout and what time they're going to do it. They're trying to organize everything. But at the same time, they say that all of us are going to be suspended if we go out there and do it. So what should we do? So they're trying to figure it out. Nobody wants to be suspended. But Will is like, listen, they're not going to suspend all of us, not the whole student body, the Black student body especially. So they're like, Carlton's like, hey, how about we just go online and we do a protest like that? And, they ask the advisor to set up a meeting with the principal to see if they can just discuss and negotiate. Of course, Will is not with that. He wants to go, Black Panther style and just go out there and protest. But he's not really feeling, this whole political way of going about protesting. So now we see Ivy. She's at a photo shoot for her drink and everything else like that. She's looking good. And yeah, big production, big production. I mean, when you got millions and millions of followers, yeah, you definitely got a budget behind you. So here comes Hillary, and Hillary definitely wants to talk to Ivy about this deal that she's setting up for the house with this drink. This other company wants to definitely, work with them, but they also want Ivy to use her influence, to use her millions of followers to definitely sell the drink. So here we go. Your boy Jeffrey, 007, is inside Uncle Phil's office. He's looking in the drawers and he's looking in his laptop. He's trying to log in to Uncle Phil's laptop, right? Like, what is going on? What is he searching for? What is Jeffrey doing exactly? But he doesn't know the passwords. Maybe the password changed. Maybe Uncle Phil changed it, but access denied. Uncle Phil walks in the door. He hears Uncle Phil walk in the door. And Jeffrey's just standing up, looking at some paperwork, drinking some coffee, or some tea or whatever. He's like, hey, what are you doing here? It's like, oh, I'm just catching up on things. I was supposed to go to office, but I took the day off, right? So Uncle Phil gives him a present. Looks like a box of cigars. He's like, hey, I just wanted to give this to you, let you know your family, and we're happy that you're back and everything else like that, right? He's like, I hope you're ready to get to work because I need you to check out this lawyer guy at the firm. He's acting kind of weird, and I need you to find out everything you can find out about him, right? So Jeffrey's like, I'm on it. Don't even worry about it. So he walks out, and Uncle Phil's looking at him like, I wonder what he was doing in here, right? You wonder what Jeffrey's looking for. So, Uncle Phil's looking through the desk and looking at everything, and he opens up the laptop, and there's nothing there. And he's like, why was Jeffrey in the office? That's the big question. So we have Carlton and the president of the Black Student Union there, and they're trying to negotiate with the principal as to, how they're going to do this. And like, listen, we need our demands met. And they try to negotiate and say, hey, you know what? We're looking at the curriculum, we're looking at the system, and we're going to do what we have to do in order to change it. And he's like, yeah, but that's not enough. So he's, trying to make a deal as to how they're able to protest and still get changes made with the system. You know how it goes with this system, right? The system is hard to change. Once they get into their little habits and ways of doing things, they don't want anybody to come in and try to change it. So Carlton goes back to the Black Student Union, lets them know that, yeah, people can protest without being suspended, not a problem. So they're like, yeah. And, they're going to put together a group of students to kind of be like advisors as to what they believe needs to be changed. And everybody's like, yeah, that sounds good. But they're like, listen, we got to walk out and not show signs and not even cheer or chant. And like, everybody in favor, say aye. So most of the people say yes. But of course, Will is saying no. He's voting no to it because it sounds like they're trying to mute them. He's not happy about how they're going to protest. So he's talking to Carlton outside. And here comes the president of the Black Student Union. She's like, well, we can always go outside and do what they say they want us to do, but that doesn't mean we can't hold the sign and then eventually just go out there and we stand on the table and talk. So Will is like, yeah, I'm with that. That sounds good to me. That sounds like a great idea. Of course, Carlton's like, what? Huh? What? Huh? Like, you look at his face, he don't know what's going on, but she is with it. She's happy. She's like, yeah, she gives him a hug, and he just melts in front of her. He folds in front of her. So Will is like, see, I told you, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, she really feeling you, dog. Like, you need to pull this thing through, man. Stay strong. Listen, it's going to be all right. It's going to be fine. Because Carlton is having anxiety problems, as we see. Now, Hillary has been waiting for Ivy for a whole hour. She was having a meeting with a marketing exec and her lawyer, and Hillary throws the pitch at her for this other drink. Ivy's lawyer says no because that other drink will be competition. And Hillary's like, listen, that other drink is an international brand. Like, nobody knows about your little drink or whatever. I mean, she really shades her. She's like, no, that's not true. So you already know Ivy's not feeling that statement, and she's going to listen to her lawyer. And she told Hillary, listen, I just don't want to do it. That's it. It's all about my brand, and it's all about what it is. So Hillary was like, all right, it is what it is. So Hillary sent the message back, and she says she's looking forward to closing our deal, right? So somehow, some way, she's going to close it out, probably with another influencer or herself. So now, family, it's 11 o'clock. It's time. It's time to make it happen. Your boy Carlton gets up, takes off his sports jacket, and he walks out. Will follows him and walks out as well. He's like, if you're walking out for the Black Student Union movement, let's go, follow me. So Carlton is stepping up as a leader, and he's walking everybody outside the door. Will is like, that's what I'm talking about. Let's go, let's go. You know, Lisa's like, you coming? He's like, yeah, let's make it happen. So all of these students are walking out, not just black students, but black and white students are walking out, being a part of this walkout. So they go outside and like, you did it, Carlton, you did it. He's like, all right, yeah. So, his anxiety is kicking in a little bit. He's like, okay, so what are we going to do now? We just going to stand out here? He's like, everybody get on your phones, record everything. So he gets on the phone and he's about to record, his little spill or whatever. Ashley, she's in her classroom, just kind of like waiting it out. Her phone is in front of her, and here's Carlton on the live. Carlton went live, and he's just talking about how, the Black Student Union is out here, in support of black teachers and everything. And he's like, how was that? And Drew was like, yo, that was a boring ass video, right? So here comes Will with his little made up sign on his hands. He's like, yo, no signs, right? So his boy tries to record it and everything. They see it and they about to come over and get Will. Will then runs away. He's like, oh, let me get up out of here, right? He sees them coming over. So what happens? They roll up on the president of the Black Student Union and they take this sign from her. And she's like, Carlton. And Carlton is having an anxiety attack. He's breathing on hard. She's like, listen, they just took the sign, but you can still, make the speech. You can still just jump on the table and make the speech. And Lisa's like, yeah, that's a good idea. So all of these people coming at him and he's breathing all hard. And she's like, are you okay? He's like, yeah, okay, just give me a minute. So he runs away. Your boy Carlton is now having an anxiety attack. Drew is like, yo, what's wrong with him? Like, Drew has no idea, but Lisa definitely knows. Your boy is trying to get some air. Even though he's outside, he is having the anxiety attack of his life, right? Again, he's not on the medicine anymore, but he is definitely losing it right now. Your boy Will comes over like, yo, what's wrong? Yo, you know what I'm saying? Like, you got to give the speech and everything else like that. He's like, yo, just give it a minute, man. Don't tell mom and dad. So Will recognizes what's going on. He sees he's having an anxiety attack. He's like, yo, don't worry about it. I got you. This boy Will runs on a dude that got the sign, snatches the sign, and runs off. Carlton's like, oh my God. Carlton is having an even deeper attack, right? A deeper anxiety attack. Principal comes out and says, all right, everybody go back to class. Your boy Will is running, and he's running inside, and he's going up the steps. Where is he going? He's going to the roof, right? And yeah, they're just trying to get everybody to go back inside, go back to class. Carlton's just standing there like a little helpless puppy. And, the student union president, she's just like so disappointed in him, so disappointed. So they see somebody up on top of the roof. Who is it? It's your boy Will. And Will got the sign. He's setting up the sign and everything. And they're like, yo, that's Will up there. Will is up there. What is he doing? And he drops the sign, Black Teachers Matter. Wow, and everybody's cheering like, yeah. Your boy Carlton's like, oh my God, he's about to have a heart attack. And he's like, yo, Will did that? Yeah, that's crazy. So he puts his fist up, right? Man, Will, he's like, Black Teachers Matter. Black Teachers Matter. So they start chanting, Black Teachers Matter. And again, now remember, Carlton made that deal with the principal so there would be no chanting, no signs. And what does Will do? The total opposite. Chanting up there, Black Teachers Matter with the sign. All the students are chanting the same thing. Ashley's like, he did it. The guys like, the teacher's like, hey, put their phone away, please. Put your phone away. And yeah, it's just Black Teachers Matter. Black Teachers Matter. She gets up out of her seat, goes to the window, and she sees the sign and sees Will. Yeah, that's right, from her classroom window. So they're like, Black Teachers Matter, right? So she's proud. Everybody's chanting, cheering on, and everything else like that. They are recording it. doing everything opposite of what the deal was. Even the white students, they are chanting Black Teachers Matter as well. Your boy Carlton is in shock. He's like, what the heck is going on? This is not what I wanted. And Will is still chanting like, yeah, Black Teachers Matter. So that is the end of episode 3 of Bel-Air. Family, let me know your thoughts on this. Was Will right to totally go against everything as far as the negotiation for the deal? Like, what do you guys think about this episode? You know, it was a little slow at first, but then it kind of picked up towards the end. You know, definitely I kind of enjoyed it. It was pretty good. But let me know. I want to know your thoughts, family, on this episode right here. Again, if you find me for the first time, hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, and definitely comment below. I appreciate you all for watching, family. And if you enjoyed this video, you like this video, definitely check out this next one right here. Until next time, salute.